Good morning and welcome to the final Low Vision and Development Division game of the 2025 Canadian Blind Hockey Tournament. I am Matthew Sucrum alongside Courtney Kenny, and this has been a fun division to watch all weekend long as the puck has been dropped and it's into the red zone. That's Moritsugu trying to move it out of that area, and he will get it out to the neutral zone. Moritsugu battling Dylan Wood. Now picked up in that area by Giamorelli. Played to the near side. John T trying to get that one out. T looking for it. Flips it out to the neutral zone. Rolling on its side. Wood over there for the yellow team to move it down the left wing back into the red zone. Moritsugu will chase it for the red team into the circle. Now he's got options to get it out. And it's sent back in. This is 4-on-4 in this division, with a lot of these players, again, starting to really develop their skills in blind hockey. And now it's on the stick of Rommel Kreschini. Kreschini into the zone, but he'll need to make a pass. Kreschini moves it around, gets it set up, tried to get it to Moritsugu, but it's knocked away from his stick. Kreschini gets it to Dorn. Dorn right on net, going for the wraparound. The shot is stopped by Ashley Warnell, but then it's flipped up and over, and it is a goal. Rommel Kreschini gives Team Red the early lead.
Good play there by Red, not giving up on the puck after Warnell made the big save. And I thought that's where the play had ended, but no, they didn't give up. They were able to flip the puck up and over, like you said, and gives Red the 1-0 lead. And off the hop, you talked about how this has been a fun division to watch all weekend long. It really has, but I also don't think that I've really seen a division yet that I'm like, it hasn't been fun. It's all been pretty good hockey. And like I said, when we had Mark on the last game, Mark DeMontis, it really has blown us away, the competition and the skill level of these players since we got here on Friday.
Absolutely, yeah, it has been fun all weekend, and you're right, the skill level has been enjoyable to watch. Goalies are Ashley Warnell for the yellow side and Ronald Johnson for the red side. Puck is sent down the ice. That will be icing called against the yellow team with 12 minutes to play in this first period.
One thing that has thrown me away or off with this whole entire place is I'm always used to, I just look at the one scoreboard all the time, and then I remember, oh yeah, there's another one. It always throws me off whenever I look up. It's just like a little thing. I know that doesn't really bring much color to this broadcast per se, but I just wanted to point it out because every time I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Off the draw, the yellow team gets it out. Caleb Smith fires it back in. Caleb Smith, we're told, will be playing in the open division later on. He will suit up for the Sens, as they will be playing for the gold medal game against the Habs. That game will be at 3 o'clock. Another icing called against Team Yellow. So it's Sens versus Habs for the gold medal in the open division. Bronze medal, we'll see the Leafs battle the Canucks. And that game goes at 2 o'clock.
Those should be some good games, the bronze medal and the gold medal game, and you got to think if you're the Leafs, you want to come away with at least one win this weekend, so they're going to come out flying, I believe, in that bronze medal game before that gold medal game after one of the best games we've seen last night, and then the youth division game that we just had moments ago. That was quite the ending to that game as well, and as Mark was saying when he left this is one of his favorite divisions to watch because, you know, these guys, they're really good out here, so it's going to be fun to watch, you know, especially with the low vision that they have.
This is Kreschini His shot gets blocked by Baldeo, but Baldeo takes a spill on the boards. Kreschini gets the puck over to Ethan Jones. Knocked away from his stick, and John T can't keep it in. And now it's check that, Kevin Brown coming down the ice. Brown with a pass to Robinson. Robinson's shot goes off the mask of John T. And a good tie-up in the slot to get the puck to the line. The yellow team clears the zone.
The thing I appreciate about this division is watching John T play, and just the way that they never give up on the puck at all. They're always, looking to make that play, whether it's defensively or offensively, and the ingenuity to put the stick right down on the ice to try and feel for the puck. I really appreciate that style of play.
Yellow team dumps it out of their zone. John T, as Courtney was just describing, getting his stick down inside the right side circle in the red zone. Flips it to the left side boards. John T gets it down the ice, but I think he had too much power behind that dump out. And I thought for sure they were going to call icing there, but they keep the play going, and now it's red team in control behind the net. They're going to try to set up the pass. The puck at the line. It's off the skates of Ryan Kusi. Kusi has it in the neutral zone. And it's blocked by the yellow team, and they will dump it back in. Chased behind the net by Brian McLean. McLean couldn't quite corral the puck, and it's sent down the ice. This is Kreschini trying to chase it, but it's picked up by Robinson. Robinson of the yellow team circles his net, looking down his right wing side. Shot in from behind the blue line by Robinson. Chased into the corner by Brian McLean. They're calling that one a clean pass. McLean put it on net, but it's wide of the net. And now everybody trying to find it. They're not sure where it is right now, as it's inside the red zone. So the official goes over to get it. Just some miscommunication by the players on the ice there as play continues now. Rene Giamarole tried to play to the line, but now it's sent out. So Dylan Wood from the neutral zone, he tried to play it forward. That got blocked. And now it is picked up by Caleb Smith. Smith backtracked into his own end. And now Kusi looking to get it out. Kusi takes a spill though. And now it's played ahead to Giamarole. Giamarole in the red zone. Pass has been complete. But Giamarole lost the puck as Caleb Smith looks to bring it out. Smith over the blue line. It's a 2-on-1. Sage Chung on the other side. Smith needs to get the pass. He gets it to Chung. Chung directs it towards the net. It's off the post. Ashley Warnell keeping the pad down and keeping this a 1-goal disadvantage for the yellow side. 6.5 to play in this first period. This is Caleb Smith trying to feed it on net. That gets blocked by Giamarole. And out to the neutral zone. And Giamarole on the blue line. Big battle here. John T moves it over. Now Sage Chung gets it over the blue line. John T picks up the loose puck and dumps it further towards the goal line. Giamarole for the yellow side behind the net. Comes around the near side, trying to clear it, gets it past Caleb Smith's stick, but then she gets it back and is able to dump it out. 5:40 to play. T sends it back out to the neutral zone. Yellow will chase back into their own end. Giamarole catches up to the puck and backhands it out. Now picked up by Kevin Brown. He gets into the zone, battling with John T. Brown Gets it over to Baldeo. Baldeo takes the shot. The clean pass whistle is gone. But the puck on the far side boards. Picked up by Sage Chung. She sends it all the way down the ice. Now it's Wood in his own zone. Wood looking to go down the right wing side. Wood gets stripped of the puck by Scarlett Dorn. Dorn in the neutral zone. Brings it in on the right wing side. Still needs to make the pass. Tried to drop the puck back, but the red team trailing into the zone. And that allows Rob Baldeo to dump it down the ice. Scarlett Dorn will get to the puck. Dorn moving it down the far right side. Pushes the puck past the stick of Joseph Robinson, but then Joseph Robinson chases it down in the yellow zone. Robinson down the right side. Robinson from behind the blue line takes the shot and sends it in. Say good morning to Annabelle Tatchell, who's cheering on Dylan Wood. Thanks for joining us on the YouTube live stream. Puck picked up in the neutral zone. That is Kreschini. Kreschini gets the pass over to Smith. Smith on the right side. Looking to get the shot off. He does, but it's a save made by Warnell. Loose puck in front, and the whistle has gone to freeze the puck. So the red team with a really good opportunity there, but could not beat Warnell with 3:15 to play.
No, Warnell's played pretty good, even on the goal allowed, stopping the initial shot, and it was just the rebound that ended up beating her. But again, these two teams playing really well hockey, with Red getting the slight advantage, I would say, with possession time in the last few minutes here. Just under 3 minutes left on the clock now in the opening frame. 1-0 Red still leads in what's been a very exciting first period between these two teams so far. Off the draw, John T falling down to play the puck. Like we mentioned earlier, trying to look for the puck just by putting the stick down on the ice.
There he does it again, and a nice pass to get the clean pass whistle going. Now the shot from Smith is stopped in front. John T at the line, gets some support from Caleb Smith. Cleared out by Yellow. 2:15 to play in the first period, 1-0 lead for the red side. Moving through the neutral zone is Smith. Gains the attacking zone. Smith now on the left side circle. Plays it to the point. Just past the stick of John T, who goes diving out of the zone to try and play the puck in, but the red team have to tag up. Chung will touch it, and that will be called for offside with 1:40 to play in this opening period.
Good play there by T to try and catch up with it and get it back into the zone, but again, just going a bit offside. And again, blown away all weekend long by the great play of a lot of these players, you know, and what they have to go through, the hurdles that they have to get through just to try and get to this level of hockey is nothing short of amazing.
Playback underway as Yellow brings it in. Good battle. Kusi chasing. Oh, Kusi takes a hard spill. It looks to be okay as it's Yellow in control. Kevin Brown trying to play it in front of the net, but a nice defensive job in front of the net by Scarlett Dorn to clear it and send it down the ice. Nationals is presented by CNIB Foundation. Both organizations have joined forces to serve Canadians impacted by blindness, and with their support, Canadian Blind Hockey can focus on reaching more Canadians who are blind or partially sighted, as they have introduced 6 new programs in the last year. Dorn puts it on net. 6 new programs and 7 divisions played throughout this weekend. Yellow bringing it through the neutral zone. Nobody in front, but On the back check, Kusi does a great job to strip Giamarole of that puck. Giamarole had Brown with her skating down into the offensive zone, but Kusi on the back check did a great job to break up that opportunity. And with 4 seconds to go, we will reach the end of the first period, and Red has the 1-0 lead in our final low vision and development division game of the 2025 Canadian Blind Hockey Tournament. We'll be back for period number 2 in just a moment. Welcome back. Matt Sukram with you here alongside Courtney Kenny. Second period coming up in our low vision and development division game. These teams have squared off twice already this weekend. This is the rubber match, as they say. And a couple of these players will be playing for teams later on today as well. John T. knocks it away from the front of his own net, gets it to the far side boards for Sage Chung. Chung dumps it down the ice. Chasing it is Smith. Caleb Smith looking for the pass. Tried to set up T, but T was blocked by the yellow team. T moves it back up to the blue line. Chung brings it in onside. Trying to get the pass across. The yellow team break it up. And Giamarole will clear it. T in his own end for the red team. Flips it forward. Onto the stick of Smith. Smith tries to feed it in on the boards. Gets it back on his stick. Enters the attacking zone. Trying to go to the middle. And yellow once again disrupt the path. Red have had the majority of the puck possession so far through the first minute 15, but yellow have disrupted their attempt to get the pass into the zone a couple of times, and now they'll try again. Red team bringing it in. Caleb Smith knocked off the puck, and now yellow looking to go the other way. Giamarole down the left side. Giamarole still controlling, trying to feed it to the middle. She gets blocked, and the puck sent out of the zone. Now picked up by Kreschini. Kreschini entering the attacking end, but the red team are in the middle of a line change, so he's got to put the brakes on. Now he gets it up to Dorn in the blue, over the blue line. Dorn, clean pass, gets it back to Kreschini below the goal line. Kreschini trying to feed it in front to Dorn, but it's blocked. Good defense so far in this period by the yellow side, Courtney.
Very good defense so far, and again, Warnell had a very good first period despite allowing that first goal. So to see the defensive effort in front of Warnell, it gives you some optimism that, you know, yellow's not going to allow another one, or at least allow an easy one at all here this morning.
And now the yellow team with control in the puck in the red zone. Can't get the shot. And now it's Kreschini moving it through the neutral zone. Kreschini over the blue line. Tried to feed it back across. That one's knocked off his stick. Kreschini back in the neutral zone. Dumps it in. And it's picked up by Joseph Robinson on the yellow team. Robinson behind his own net. Feeds it down the right side boards, and that will clear. Chasing it down the ice is Brian McLean. McLean in the corner. Needs some support there to try to get the pass off. He's being pressured on the boards by Kusi. Now picked up by Baldeo behind the net. Baldeo looking for the pass. Off a skate now. At the line. It is Robinson shooting it in, but it's wide of the net. Just wide of Ronald Johnson. And now it is Rob Baldeo again on the end boards. Flips it to the far side. Nobody there for yellow. But stepping right on to the ice and finding the puck was Brown. And Brown for yellow gets it right back into the red zone with 11:10 to play in this period. Red clears it back out. And they will shovel it into the yellow zone. Picked up in front of the yellow net by Joseph Robinson. Robinson bringing it down the right side. Dumps it in. And the stop is made by Ronald Johnson with 10:40 to play in the second period.
You know, they say good defense creates good offense, and right now for the yellow team, being able to keep things out of their own zone, they just got a chance down there on net, although it wasn't a legitimate shot because they hadn't made the pass, but they're starting to get things to go towards the red zone, and if you're the yellow team down a goal, that's exactly how you want to play this second period.
Brown to take the draw against Kreschini. Just outside the red team zone. Face off. Won by yellow. They dump it in quickly, but now it's John T for red on top of the puck. And John T clears it out, and now it's Sage Chung moving down the right wing side. Chung trying to find it now in the yellow zone, but it's taken away. And leading a charge up the ice is Robinson. Joseph Robinson sends it wide of the net. So they're getting some breakouts, but they're not doing it as a unit right now. Yellow looking to be a little more cohesive as they move the puck into the zone. Cleared back out by Red. Flipped back in. John T on it in front of the red net. John T tries to flip it out. Blocked by Giamarole. Giamarole got the pass over, but then it's cleared back out of the zone. Now Brown from behind his own line. In the yellow zone, brings it forward, skates in. Brown, he's got Giamarole with him. Sets it up to Giamarole, just past her stick. Giamarole finds it now, sends it in, and it's wide of the net. Clean pass whistle has gone off. Kusi knocks down Brown behind the net, and then Giamarole right in front puts it on net, but the save is made by Johnson to keep it out.
Again, a couple of good shifts here now for the yellow team as they start to get the momentum going their way. Lots of support as well in the chat for the yellow team, including that for Dylan Wood from Annabelle Tatchell, who we've already heard from, and Alexia Bello as well, also cheering on Dylan. So lots of support for the yellow team here, and they are certainly getting their momentum going. Like I just mentioned, with 8 minutes on the clock, it's still 1-0 for Red though.
Again, a great tournament all weekend. Players representing every province in Canada, as we heard at the banquet last night. We really are coast to coast. Down the ice, Caleb Smith putting on net. Kreschini is right there, but his shot goes wide. Red broke out on a 2-on-0. And it's Kreschini on the far side boards. Looking to regain control for the red team in the yellow zone. The pass out in front, it slides past everybody, but it does not. No, it does just come over the blue line. Picked up by Smith, he goes back into the zone. Knocked away from his stick, but Smith follows it to the far side boards. Caleb Smith Gets it over to Kusi. It's off his skates. And out to the neutral zone. Giamarole with the poke, and now Giamarole trying to move it in. They take the puck off her stick, and Red gets back into the offensive zone. The pass is dropped back to Smith. Smith with a shot on net, scores! Smith was just able to flip it up over the blocker side pad of Ashley Warnell, and the red team take a 2-0 lead.
Well, and if you're the yellow team, that's exactly what you didn't want to have happen, as they had put together a few good shifts there, trying to get themselves to tie the game at 1 apiece, but instead, Red comes back down. Red ends up taking a 2-0 lead on really their first sustained pressure of the second period, Matt.
Yeah, the yellow team was doing a good job defensively, not allowing Red to get those clean passes in, but Red managed to find a way to do it on that last goal, and here they come again right off the draw. They send it on net. But it goes off the post. Scarlett Dorn trying to pass it to the blue line, and it's just past the stick of Moritsugu. And now John T in the neutral zone. John T gets smothered on the boards on the far side by Rob Baldeo. You know, those two guys know each other pretty well there. And that'll be a moment they share after the game. Now it's Rob Baldeo trying to move it forward. Baldeo over the left wing side into the red zone. Plays it off the boards for McLean. Clean pass, whistle goes off. McLean tried to feed it in front. Past the stick of Baldeo. Baldeo chases it to the far side boards. Knocked off his stick. And now it's 2-on-1 the other way for the red team. Dumped in the zone by Scarlett Dorn. Dorn chasing it to the boards. Dorn looking for the setup to Chung in front of the net. It's off a couple of skates, but Chung will get to the puck. Chung tried to pass it to the line, but it's past the stick of Moritsugu. And now Moritsugu lays it back down the right side boards. Tried to get it to Chung. She couldn't move it into the zone. And now it is sent into the red end by Baldeo. Baldeo chasing it for yellow. Has it behind the net. He'll need some support. There's only red jerseys in the zone. Baldeo waiting. Gets it. Tried to get it to Giamarole, but just on the wrong side there. Delayed offside here against the yellow team. Kayla Smith, first one on it. Smith moving it through the neutral zone with 3:40 to play in the period. Smith coming in, the only man in there for the red team. Holding it at the blue line, waiting. Tries to drop it back for Kusi. Kusi has it. Clean pass, whistle goes. Kusi from the near side boards, fires it in. But it's picked up behind the net by Robinson, who sends it out of the zone.
A little bit more support now for the red team in the chat as well. Ice 56 Hockey saying nice goal, Caleb. And Marie Dunk saying go red team, go.
3 minutes to play. Yellow trying to force it towards the net. Giamarole, a couple of chances there. Caleb Smith, though, sends it in. Now it's sent right back out. Ethan Jones trying to catch up to it. Giamarole beats him to the puck. Giamarole leaves it for Brown. Brown's backhanded shot just goes wide. Caleb Smith feeds it through the neutral zone. That one ends up in the yellow team end. On the boards, yellow able to bang it out as Brian McLean sends it to the neutral zone. It's picked back up by Dorn, poked off her stick. McLean for the yellow team sends it into the red zone, and then almost takes out the official on the way into the entry into the zone. Everybody looks to be okay on that play. A minute 55 to go. Yellow trying to send it out of their zone. Kept in by Kreschini. Kreschini gets the clean pass to Dorn. Dorn follows the puck to the near side boards. Dorn's backhanded shot is stopped in front. Good defensive play by Yellow, and it's cleared out.
Again, Yellow's been playing really well defensively in this game. Just a couple of mistakes have found the back of the net, and it's 2-0 for the red team.
T sends it out to the neutral zone. Dorn brings it in. Dorn backhands it over to Kreschini. Kreschini will get the clean pass off the boards. Kreschini puts it towards the net. Rolling puck. Played out by Yellow. It doesn't go out yet. Stopped. Nice play by John T to keep it in. And now Dorn backhands it towards the net. That just goes wide. 1 minute to go in the second period. Yellow looking for the equalizer. Robinson clears it. John T finds it for Red in the neutral zone. And he will feed it along the boards. Brown gets it right back out for Yellow. Couple of players trying to bang away at it at their skates. And it's dumped back into the Yellow zone with 35 seconds to go. Yellow looking to chase it. And they will clear it just past the stick of John T. T from his own blue line. Dumps it back out. Yellow going off for a change. Dorn trying to get up to the puck in the Yellow zone, but the Yellow side beat it back out to the neutral zone. Now dumped right back in by Kreschini of the red team. Kreschini centers it right onto the tape of Dorn, but she got smothered by Yellow, and that will end things in the second period. 2 goals through the first 2 periods, and we'll pause for a quick break and be back for the third. Welcome back, third period underway. As the red team have a 2-0 lead, but Yellow looking to attack here. Robinson brings it right into the zone. Robinson passes it to Giamorelli. Giamorelli with the shot, and the save is made by Johnson on Yellow's best opportunity of the game on that 2-on-1.
Yellow looking to get back into this one here early, down 2-0. And what a better way to start this final frame than by going in and getting a good chance on goal right away. As again, still down 2-0 in this one. After playing a really good second period, I thought.
Red fire it out. Dylan Wood, he's got lots of support in the chat. Sends it up the middle to the stick of Giamorelli. Giamorelli brings it in on the right wing side. Giamorelli looking to go to the net, knowing she needs the pass. Feeds it perfectly over to Robinson. Robinson just off the end of his stick, but now he plays it off the far side boards. Clean pass, whistle goes off, the shot! It's off the body of Johnson and rolling to the near side. Now Giamorelli with the puck. Giamorelli sending it on net. That one just goes wide. On the far side, Red trying to clear. But now Robinson gets it again. His shot gets blocked. What a nice wrist shot from Robinson. He gets it back, a shot, and that one just goes wide on the glove side of Johnson again. Yellow looking to get on the board here. Giamparole's shot to the net, and Johnson froze it for a second, but then cleared it out, and that one is sent out of the zone, and the red team needed that little breather.
Joseph Robinson getting a couple of good shots on that shift as well, and there's some support for Joseph Robinson, or some Robinson fans in the chat now as well.
And Yellow bring it right back in on the stick of Kevin Brown. Brown trying to pick out his teammates here. Brown just flips it up, hoping good things happen off that. He tried to play it off a bunch of red bodies in front of him, knowing he was covered there. Not a bad play by Brown, but the puck is cleared out down the ice, flipped forward, and it's Giamparole looking to bring it back in on the left wing side. Giamparole lost it as Kreschini takes it away, and Kreschini gets the puck out of the zone. Poke made by Shannon Murphy in the neutral zone, but now it's red going in, and they go offside. Caleb Smith brought it in, and Kreschini throwing his hands up in frustration at the end of the play.
Knew he'd been caught.
Yeah.
Red-handed, if you will. Yeah, that's right.
Have you been saving that one all weekend?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We might be going a little bit loopy with the amount of hockey that we've called over the past 2 days. I still got the bad jokes for lined up and ready to go.
That's right. In the neutral zone, Yellow sends it in. 10.5 to play in this third period. John T. behind the net. Battling here with Brown. Brown looking to bring it out in front. Tried to make the pass, but too many red sticks in the area. And now it is brought out by Caleb Smith. Smith into the zone. McLean pressuring him, tying him up. Smith gets the puck back off the far side boards, tries to feed it to John T, but it's past him off the boards and out to the neutral zone. T now gets it back in, and they come in on side. T searching for it, gets it in the corner. T flips it back to the half boards. That's Smith there above the circle. Smith backhands it. There's a couple of guys in front, but it's knocked away off the stick of Smith and sent down the ice. Smith chasing, trying to get it past Rob Baldale, but he blocks it. And so Smith will have to chase it deep into his own zone with 9:15 to play. Out to the neutral zone. Scarlett Dorn for red. Brings it in. Dorn and McLean tie up. And now Dorn tries to feed it to the middle. That's blocked, and it's Baldeo dishing it back out to the neutral zone. Dorn, first one to it. Gets the loose puck across the near side, but Giamparole, with control in the neutral zone for Yellow, dumps it back into the red area. And now Kusi for the red team, looking to play it down his left side boards. Kusi brings it forward, over the blue line into the attacking zone, looking to get to the middle, sends it to the far side corner, picked up there by the red team's Sage Chung. But it's cleared out by the Yellow side. 8 minutes to play. And the puck goes the length of the ice, and it will be icing called against Yellow.
Back and forth action here in this third period. Again, Yellow looking to get a little bit more desperate here with under 8 minutes left, and still a goose egg on their side of the score sheet as the red team has a 2-0 lead. So if you're Yellow, anything on net, and a couple of shifts ago, Robinson doing just that, trying to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, on net, and either just missing the net or a couple of good saves made in the red net as well. So the red's not going to make this easy on you if you're Yellow, but again, if you're Yellow, you can't just kind of roll over on this one either.
Red with the draw. Kusi shot to the net, just goes wide on the glove side. Now Robinson through the neutral zone. Robinson and Kusi in a good battle as they go in, and it's Red winning that battle to get the puck back out and down the ice. Stepping up into the play was Murphy. Gets it up to Robinson. Robinson looking to try to feed it ahead for Giamarella. Giamarella trying to put it on net. And her shot gets blocked. Now Robinson gets it back. Looking to feed it to the middle. The puck goes just wide of the net. Kusi chasing behind the net. He overskates the puck. And now Giamarella trying to put it in front of the net. She kicks it forward. Giamarella has control in the near side circle to Robinson. Tried to get it to him in the slot, just out of his reach. Robinson lost it at the line. Kreschini was trying to come out of the zone, but he gets tripped up by the active stick of Robinson. Play will continue in the neutral zone. Kreschini steals it. Kreschini into the zone. Plays it to John T. John T takes a shot at the net. That goes wide. And now the setup pass in front, just past the stick of Hatfield. Now Moritsugu is able to spin and fire it in towards the goal, below the goal line. Kreschini looking for the centering pass, but it goes off a skate and smothered by the goaltender, Warnell.
Couple of good chances again for the yellow team on the other end with less than 5.5 minutes left in this third period. Still 2-0 for the red team. But the red team again going on the counterattack, trying to do the best they could to get down the ice and get a chance on net. But again, this yellow team has come to play defensively. Although they've allowed 2 goals, I think they've done a great job in their own end.
Brown wins the draw and just sends it down the ice. John T searching for it in the neutral zone. He'll flip it back the other way past the stick of Giamarella. Giamarella tries to get it out of the zone. It's blocked by Smith. Smith clears it to the neutral zone inadvertently, and that's picked up there by the yellow team. Now Brown makes a move, going into the zone. Brown puts on the brakes, looking to center it, but the red team get in the way, and they will bring it back out. Smith plays it ahead, but they're going to be offside on that play. 4:20 to go in the third period. Red with a 2-0 lead.
Jaden saying, let's go Dylan. Diana saying, awesome save to Johnson on the last save. So a couple of bit more interactions there in the chat, supporting all the players in this one. And again, with a rolling clock like this, it really becomes a factor now for the yellow team, especially with it now under 4 minutes left with 2 minutes. But we're sticking to a very strict schedule on this championship Sunday, they told us.
Yeah, there's, again, with players from all over the country, there's some folks that have a flight to catch following the tournament. So, yeah, they want to make sure everyone is out of here on time. Because, I mean, if you've never driven in Toronto traffic, getting out of here to try and catch a flight, that is an adventure in and of itself.
They were saying last night, the bus is leaving here at 5 o'clock sharp to get to Pearson Airport, and the flight's at 7.
Might be a little tight.
All I'm going to say to that is good luck, because downtown Toronto traffic is no joke, and then at Pearson, hopefully your gate's close by.
Yeah.
I've never been there, but I've heard it's a nightmare. But then other people who've been to other international airports are telling me Pearson's actually not that bad, so that makes me worried about other international airports.
I'd say if you know where you're going, Pearson could be okay.
Yeah.
And depending on what time of day it is.
The U.S. blind hockey team chiming in with Let's Go Coach KB.
Ken Babby, the coach of the team yellow. Play inside the blue line in the yellow zone with 2.5 to play. Smith dumps it down. Into the near side corner. It's flipped back around. And right now in the Jet Ice Lounge, there's a medal ceremony going on for the Children's Division and the Youth Division that have already had their tournament wrapped up earlier this morning. 2 minutes to go in this one. Smith fires it on net. That one just wide. Picked up on the near side boards. Yellow. Down by 2. They'll need to get a hurry-up offense going here.
One could say a 2-minute offense.
You could.
For those football fans at home.
Stolen in the yellow zone by Kreschini. Kreschini at the top of the far side circle. Back to the point. Kusi flips it deep into the yellow zone. Picked up by McLean. Sent around on the near side boards for Kusi. Oh, it's just past his stick and then sent down the ice. John T. from the neutral zone. Fires it back in. Final minute here, but they're going to call icing against the red team. And that clock is going to start winding down as they'll have to get everybody to the other end of the ice. 2-0 the score for the red team.
Running out of time quickly, here's the yellow team. And at this point, you just want to get one. At this point, you just want to get one.
Puck has dropped. Brown wins the draw, but it's just past the stick of Giamarole. Wood gets a piece of it to feed it forward. Giamarole tries to get it in. Blocked by Kreschini. Kreschini with 15 seconds to go. Kreschini moving it down the right side. Kreschini into the attacking zone. And Kreschini is going to wind the time down here. Maybe he'll get a shot off. There's the pass over to Chung, just off her stick, and that will bring us to the conclusion of this game as Red take the final of the Low Vision and Development Division game by a score of 2-0 as Ronald Johnson gets the shutout in net.
What an effort by Johnson in net to come away with the shutout. Haven't seen many of those this weekend either way, or either with all the great competition that we've seen. Warnell in the other net, again doing a great job, making a couple of big saves. Just a couple getting by her for a 2-0 loss. But again, these two teams, this is what we started with this weekend back on Friday. And it's good to see them play it out the weekend and get some reps in and get some ice time. And, you know, we're going to see a lot of these players again later on.
All right, so coming up next, we've got the finals of the Masters Division scheduled for an 11 o'clock puck drop. And we, if you would like to tune in, you can just click on the Canadian Blind Hockey Tournament page on YouTube, and a live link will be going up shortly. For Courtney, Kenny, I'm Matthew Sugrum. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you again shortly.